Hello and welcome to the integration of ICT in the classroom, part 1. My name is Anthony Carabache and I will be your instructor. We are doing this course through Niagara University AQ, and I welcome you to the course. Just want to give you a quick tutorial on how to access the material, what my expectations are for the first module, and that way we can all get started on the same foot. I usually have online meetings for my students. However, because there's only a few of us and it might be hard for all of us to connect, I figure I'd give you a recording instead. So again, my name's Anthony. I do work with Toronto Catholic as a resource for this area of the curriculum. My specialty is integration of technology in the classroom, and because it is a beginner's course or part 1, a lot of this stuff is introductory, but I hope that you might be able to walk away with something each and every unit. So let's begin by going to the website that you'll be logging into. You should have gotten this already as a matter of an email welcoming you to the course, and you will come to this site here and log in. You will have your own login, of course, and your own login convention as far as your username and passwords go. So what I'm going to do is just log in. Okay, now that we've logged in, think of this as analogous to walking into the main hall of a school, of a campus. So you haven't gone into any rooms yet, you're kind of in the main foyer. You'll be able to make your own adjustments and customize your tools over here onto the left. So this is where you can check for announcements from the university. You can look at the university calendar. You can check tasks. You can check your grades if you're already enrolled in the university. And all of that is here. Your personal information you can change as well. The center widget here is my announcements. That is if the university is making any announcements and they weren't going to post them, this is where you'll be able to view. Your calendar here is also, again, a tool that is used by the university. For our course, I'll be using a Google Calendar, and I will embed it in our news item, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. On the right side here are the courses. So again, everything in here can be switched around. As you can see, you just click and drag on the top part of the widget, and you should be able to click and drag that as well. Okay, so as you can see here, our course is this 12FA. It's got a really long name, but you'll notice that it is Fall 2012. So go ahead and click on that link to enter the course. And once you enter the course, you will see the opening page. Okay, so the opening page is our news item. So the course has been set up so that you do go directly to the news item. I've modified it a little bit so it looks as you see. If you don't see the news item when you first log in, please send me an email and I'll share all of that information with you. This is very important. This section here, the news section, is where I do all of my communications with you. I'll communicate with you via email, via text. Actually, I prefer if you text me on my cell phone. I'll give you that number in the opening email. Just check that. And just introduce yourself. Just say, hey, it's such and such, and then just state your concern or your question. So everything that I need you to be up to date with will come up in this news section here. I will also be posting the calendar here. It'll be a Google Calendar. I use Google extensively. It's a tool that I think is useful, and I certainly hope that you will find it useful as well. On the left side, let me just turn my edit mode off so it looks more like what you will see. On the left side menu, you will see where all the modules and the content sits. Okay, so over on the left here, you'll see the news, the integration of information. That you won't see that. You won't see the instructor information, and you won't see the course calendar once again because I have turned that off. Okay, what you will see is, there we go. What you will see is the getting started and the course introduction. So simply you can expand and then just read the items there. It's not overly aesthetically pleasing. I'm sorry about that. We are working on making these courses a little more attractive. I can assure you that you might see the beginning of a module one way, but by the end of the week I might have changed it because I'm constantly updating this course. Alright, so let's take a look at module 1. So you click on the module 1, and every module is separated into several tasks. Okay, and don't let that intimidate you or worry you as far as the workload goes. Please make sure that you read the quick descriptor underneath. Because you're doing this piece here, you don't necessarily need to attend the optional online seminar. Actually, I'm telling you right now, you will not. This is replacing that. And we're talking about the learning management system. And the purpose of exposing you to the learning management system is for you to begin to think about where the learning management system can fit in your classroom. And that's right, it is supposed to fit in your classroom. It's not 100% online when we talk about our students. We're talking about something called blended learning. And blended really is an opportunity for your kids to have their teacher with them in the room and also access the content online at the same time. So what I'm going to do is take you into task 2 and show you what that looks like. So just click on task 2. Notice that as you click on each task, you'll have breadcrumbs that appear across the top. So momentarily that will appear, and that's how you find your way back and forth through the course. Okay, so now that I've clicked, I've come to task two's sections. So there are the learning expectations. If you're curious, you can click on that, and you'll notice here the learning expectations. And then use the breadcrumbs across the top here to come on back to where you want to go. Approximate timelines, the background info. But I've demarked usually where I want you to start. So here it is, task 2, start here. So just click on that. And this is an introduction to Google Suite and what Google has to offer. So take a gander. You'll read through this quick introduction. I've identified the activities, so take advantage of the optional online seminar or recording posted in the announcement section. So whatever I record, I usually post to YouTube. I have almost 100 videos on YouTube just for this topic, and I will have it embedded in the announcements section. You could also look at this particular presentation and then just go through the steps. You could choose to watch a 12-minute video tutorial already up, which is right here about Google Apps. Finally, I give you yet another resource. You may choose to research the resource by clicking on this link. And here are your tasks. So you've got to go through the steps very carefully. Create a Google account and send me your Google account information via email. Create an introductory tutorial about any of Google's applications and submit it here. All right, an introductory tutorial. So you're about to learn something, and then you're going to pass it on to, imagine it's your staff, right, or your colleagues. Don't think of me as your audience. Think of people that are timid to try, and you are their gateway. So read the instructions. You can create a simple PowerPoint, a Prezi. If you don't know what a Prezi is, hey, I can show you. A screen recording or a manual with pictures and instructions. And you could do it on any of the following topics. You could do Google Books, Google Reader, Google Translate. You can read the rest of the list. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is go through that. Here's the rubric. It's right down there at the bottom. And what you'll do is you'll submit that to me via this link. So when you click on this link, it will take you to a Dropbox. So I haven't set that up just yet, but it will be set up. And once that Dropbox is set up, you can submit it that way. We're going to keep this as a rule of thumb. If ever you're unable to submit your work via the assignments tool or Dropbox, I call it the assignments tool, then you could email it to me. And if you can't do it either way, then just contact me via text and ask me for a solution, okay? But 99% of the time you'll be using the assignments function in Blackboard. So again, that's module 1. So take a look at how I'm navigating back and forth through the course. So here are all my modules, Every module is separated into tasks, and then every task has a subsection that you've got to go through. My my the most important advice that I could give you as someone taking this course is to read the instructions carefully, and if there's ever any questions, don't hesitate to text. Okay? So, in my introductory email, you'll have my phone number. You can text me there, or you can text me on my Gmail account. And the etiquette that I use for texting, and if so long as you're in this course, we should all abide by it. Text should be replied to within 4 hours or less. Emails, you have 8 hours, okay? But I'll tell you right now, my texting responses are typically seconds. My emails are a little slower, but I do get back to you. As far as feedback goes, you get feedback within 48 hours of every assignment submitted. All right? So that's the course. Get in there, take some time, and go through some of the content and the material, but don't rush ahead too quickly within the first week, because again, I do tweak the course to make it more user-friendly. And sometimes, when things are very hectic, I do tend to eliminate some of the assignments. So again, the first week, let's stay on the same page, and then we'll go from there. All right. Well, best of luck to everyone, and we'll be in touch. I really hope you enjoy the course.